Bitcoin saw a huge rejection from this daily resistance level. We are coming back down from this level, but do we have to worry about lower prices? We can see Bitcoin is also currently at this critical support level on the 4-hour time frame. In this video I will tell you everything for Bitcoin and what's going to be next for Bitcoin in the coming days. And I will also tell you about the two altcoins XRP and Solana, because they show very interesting formations. There is a lot to talk about today, so watch this video all the way to the end, give this video a like, and let's dive right into the charts. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see Bitcoin is in this uptrend, and we see a lot of interesting formations happening. We see Bitcoin was creating a lot of resistance, broke the resistance to the top side and retested it as support, and we see multiple touch points for this level as resistance and support, and currently we are back at this support level, and we are seeing that the support is holding strong for now. So we want to see a bounce from this level and see a separation from this support level to create more upside momentum. And for now the Bitcoin price is in an uptrend, and we see a little bit of diminishing highs, but eventually we are seeing higher highs and higher lows. So this is still showing us that we are in an uptrend, and eventually the trend is up, and you don't want to trade against the trend, you want to trade with the trend. So let's see if Bitcoin can bounce from this level and maybe create more bullish momentum to the top side. We can also see this broadening wedge occurring for Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. We can see multiple touch points in the past as support, and currently we are back at the support level, and of course we want to see a bounce just like I said. And yeah, we can also see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and we came a lot of times at the resistance level, but every time we saw a huge correction to the downside. But for now Bitcoin is back at the lower side support, and eventually we want to see a visit of this top side resistance again and maybe break it to the top side. But this rising broadening wedge is actually a little bit of a bearish bias pattern and tends to break to the downside. So we could also see a break to the downside, a retest of this support to turn it into resistance, and then from there we can aim for lower prices. But of course we want to see the bullish momentum happening for Bitcoin. Yeah, we have to be a little bit patient for what is going to happen for Bitcoin in the coming day. And the Bitcoin ETFs had a negative outflow again of $18 million. We can see BlackRock is buying like crazy still, and they bought for almost $75 million, so that is insane. And still the Bitcoin ETF total cumulative inflow is still grinding upwards, so that's what we want to see. And we're almost at $18 billion, so that's insane. And let's see if we can see another positive day again for the Bitcoin ETFs. And the Ethereum ETFs had the first positive day after 4 consecutive net outflows days. And we saw BlackRock is buying for $118 million in Ethereum, so that is insane. And they are buying the dip for Ethereum like crazy. And this is also having a little bit of a positive effect for the Ethereum price, of course. And maybe in the coming days they buy a lot more, and we can see more inflows into the Ethereum spot ETF. But for now, Bitcoin is still in this broadening wedge, and we need to see if Bitcoin is going to see a massive pump to the top side, or we are going to see a break to the downside. And on the daily time frame we can see Bitcoin is in this broadening wedge to the downside. We can see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and we can see multiple touch points on the downside as support. And every time we touch a certain resistance or support, we saw a significant bounce to the downside. And yesterday we also saw a very big rejection from this level, and we saw more downside from after this level. So this level is a little bit too strong for now, but let's see if Bitcoin can maybe revisit this level and create more of an exponential move to the top side, break the top side, retest the previous resistance as support, and from there we can maybe aim for higher targets. So yeah, this could have maybe a very positive effect for the price of Bitcoin. And yeah, we don't want to go back to this lower side support again, because we then will be having a bearish sentiment again. So we want to see a forced breakout to the top side, and then we need to aim for higher targets. And of course the big resistance here on the top side is the $72,000, and eventually if we are breaking that level of the $72,000, we can aim for a new all-time high. And also on the daily time frame, Bitcoin broke out of this huge triangle, and this breakout target of this triangle is the $72,000, which will be confluent with the top side of the formation. So let's see if Bitcoin can create more bullish price action and eventually come to this target of around the $72,000, and that will be having a very bullish effect on the market and also on the sentiment. And yeah, this resistance is the big resistance to break for Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and this horizontal level will be the last big resistance for Bitcoin to break after we can aim for a new all-time high, just like I said. So the breakout target of this triangle is not reached yet, so I expect that we're going to see more topside. and that we eventually going to reach the 72,000 target. And on the weekly time frame, I've been talking about this huge bull flag for Bitcoin. We saw a huge rise and then some sideways consolidation, and we also see a big rejection from this topside resistance with multiple touch points in the past as resistance, and we can also see a lot of touch points on the lower side as support. Yeah, and we can see this resistance is a little bit too strong for now. So let's see if we maybe can eventually force a break to the top side and then create a new exponential move, because that is what we all want to see. But for now we have to be a little bit patient, and Bitcoin is already trading inside of this range for more than 22 weeks. So that is a long time, of course, and we've been trading about around this range for since the end of February. So we have to be a little bit patient for this next move. But if we break the top side, I think we are going to see an exponential move to the top side, and of course we create a new all-time high. And earlier this month, around the 17th of July, I was been tweeting about XRP when XRP was pumping, and it broke out of this huge falling wedge to the downside, and it has a breakout target of the 65 cents, just like I said here. We see a breakout target of the 65 cents, but it wasn't getting reached all too soon. Today we are reaching this breakout target, just like I said, around the 65 cents. So we saw this falling wedge structure, we saw a breakout, and eventually we are now reaching this breakout target of 65 cents, just like I've been expecting. So this is beautiful to see, and from the point of breakout, this is a very big trade to make. This is an insane gain of almost 40%, so that was a good trade to make. And yeah, I also talk about the weekly time frame, that we were in this huge consolidation phase in the weekly time frame, and XRP has been in this huge consolidation formation since the end of 2021, and we are already trading for 137 weeks inside of this formation. But currently we can see XRP is trying to break the structure, and eventually this is going to have a very interesting effect on the price of XRP, of course. So if we are breaking this weekly consolidation, I want to see a weekly close above this huge trend line to the downside, and eventually we want to see a retest of this resistance to turn it into support and then aim for higher targets. And the breakout target of this formation will be the top side of the formation, and that will be confluent with the 92 cents. So let's see if XRP can break this resistance to the top side. And yeah, we can see already here comes a lot of resistance into the market. So this will be a very interesting breakout target to reach. And if you want to trade this formation, you have to wait for a weekly close above this resistance area level, wait for a retest, and on the retest you can enter the market in a long or maybe in a limit spot buy. And from this point of retest to the 92 cents, you can make more than 50% in profit, so that is insane. And yeah, this is looking very bullish for XRP on the weekly time frame. And if you want to trade this kind of breakouts with me, just see the links in the description to create a new account if you want to start trading. And the next interesting altcoin I want to have a look at is Solana. I've been talking about Solana since the breakout of this huge formation on the daily time frame, and I was expecting a retest of the previous resistance to turn it into support, as we can see here. And if we have a look at the chart, that is exactly what we did. We broke out of this huge formation and we saw a break of this resistance line to the top side. We came back to this level and eventually we made a retest of this previous resistance to turn it into support, and we saw a big bounce from this level. And from this level of the retest, you could have entered the market in a long or maybe a spot buy order, and you could have made an impressive gain of almost 15% in profit. So that is insane, and congratulations if you took this trade together with me. And as I was saying, if you want to trade together with me, just click the link in the description for the Bybit or the CoinW account and create an account and just start trading. So for now, Solana is looking very bullish, and we made a huge retest after this breakout, and this bullish retest is very good for the price of Solana. And eventually the top side of this formation will be the breakout target, which will be confluent with the $208. So yeah, this is still an interesting way to go for Solana. So let's see if Solana can maybe reach this target in the coming days, and eventually of course we want to see a break of this level again. But for now, yeah, we are still in this huge uptrend, and let's see if Solana can create more bullish price action in the coming days. I hope you find this video useful. Leave a like, follow me on my socials, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.